All right, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another MC Eternal tutorial. I'm Draco Tite, and I'm going to be showing you how to do an inventory expansion for the Inferium farm. If you don't know what the Inferium farm is, please go check out the tutorial. I'll link it in the description. I built a separate video for this farm, and I've recently updated it and added some things to make it better, so I'm going to be showing you what that is today. For those of you that know what the Inferium farm is, Mystical Agriculture has a bunch of seeds that you can make to get iron, gold, and automate a lot of these things, right? Now, the thing that sucks about this farm is, if you need to collect these things, you got to run outside to grab your stuff. And sometimes it's nighttime. There could be a dragon by your base, things like that. You don't necessarily want to run outside because you could get killed and lose all the stuff you're trying to grab, right? So on top of that, this thing can get out of hand really quickly, especially if you make a really big farm. This thing produces so much material. So you need a really good place to store it, right? Because you're gonna be in this never-ending loop of expanding your storage inventory in your base if you don't. So that's what this is for. This is to alleviate that problem. It's a problem that I found that I was having after playing on my world for a little bit. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come in the farm. I put fences down to kind of give me a border of where I'm working with. But this isn't necessarily needed. You don't have to do this. But what I'm going to do is the first thing, you're going to go to every corner of your farm, right? Just come over here and you're going to hit a little hole just like that. Just one deep. And then when you get to the last corner, you're going to dig all the way down, obviously super flat, so I can't go any farther down than this. I would typically dig down the extra block because it gives you a little bit more space and it makes it easier for you to move around if you need to add stuff to the design or whatever it may be. Having it an extra block deep is helpful, but it's not required. You can do this without having that extra block. So, hold on, I need to get rid of this. It's been so long since I've touched this game. Let's get this out of here. All right, so once you're down here, you're gonna need to clear out this entire area. So I'm gonna clear it out and skip forward, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. But you're just gonna start clearing all this out. You need this entire space to be empty and open, and you only need to do these 2 blocks or 3 blocks, however deep you do it, All right, so I will see you guys as soon as we're done with this part. Now, I did almost forget to mention this hole that we made up at the top of the corner of the fence posts is just so that you don't over dig and go past your farm, right? Because then you're just wasting time, and nobody likes to waste their time. It's very precious and valuable. So that's all that's for. All right, so we've cleared out the surrounding area for the farms. I'm gonna demonstrate something real quick. If I break this block right here, I open up my water farm, right? Or I open up where the water is being held. So what you do, and when you get to these, is you leave these blocks that contain the water, right? You got to leave that one, and you mine around them. This one's going to be water too, right? Yep. And then so you start clearing this out. You clear everything around this, and then you just leave those blocks there. It gets in the way a little bit. It's not that big of a deal. That is part of the reason why I said dig down an extra block if you can, is so that this doesn't get in your way too much. It's not terrible. It's not the end of the world if you don't. Oh, okay. Now wait a minute. Hold on a second there, mister. Oh yeah. You know what? I'm stupid. That's correct. Okay. So that's what this looks like if you only do it too high. So we're going to finish clearing the rest of this out, and then we'll get to the next step after that. All right, so we've cleared all this place out except for these blocks, obviously, because they contain the water for our farms. And we don't want that spreading around because it makes life difficult, and we don't need that, right? I do personally really like to put my torches. That's weird. Oh, nope. I messed up. So it's this one that can go, and then it's that. And then that can get out of here. You do really want to clear out as much space as possible for this. Because like I said, this farm gets out of control. So having the biggest storage space down here that you can is going to be the most beneficial to you. But once you have all of this placed down, you're going to go ahead and you're going to start with your chests. We will grab everything else that is needed for this though. So you're going to need the storage link cables and the storage import cables, along with your network master, your request table, your storage inventory, the whole kit and caboodle, right? And then you need a storage remote. It doesn't have to be an advanced one, but it does need to be like a decent one, right? And so we're gonna start, we'll do it right here. We'll place like 6 chests right here. You're gonna go ahead and you're gonna put all the storage link cables on top of each individual chest. And then personally, what I would recommend doing is go ahead and place your storage network master wherever you're going to have the easiest access to it, because you're going to have a bunch of cables or a bunch of these links running into this, right? You do need to have the request table and all that set up right next to it. That is essential. Where you place it does not matter. It just needs to be right next to it. You could even, you know, if you wanted to do it like this. Oh, that's not the right thing. You could do like this and this, you know, whatever you want. Just make sure that you have an easily accessible side for all the other cables that you're going to be attaching in a moment here. And so, where am I? Once you're done with that, you're going to open up the block underneath each of these chests. So, boom, got that one, right? Hate those noises. And then this one, oh, what? Oh, okay, so I got to go over here. It's like somewhere in here somewhere. So, find that guy. Go ahead and leave that open. Close up the rest of this though. When you're doing this, do be careful that you don't, like, you know, break your farm. It's not the end of the world if you do, but you know, it's just rather annoying. Here, we'll just do this for now. So this is good enough. Once you have these opened up, I recommend just opening them all up so you can do this all at once, but you are going to then place import cables coming out of each of them. All right, boom. Okay, that's it. That's all I need. That's all that matters. Hold on, we're gonna jump to the other side. It's closer over here, easier for the demonstration. Okay, so that's empty right now, right? We're just gonna get all this set up. You're gonna take these import cables. Do not attach these to the chests. Don't attach it to the request table or the storage inventory. Make sure it connects to the storage network master, okay? So you'll run this cable all the way down here. Right, bam, come down here. Oh, nope. Get that placed right there. Boom. Now we have the storage network set up, right? This is going to feed into this. It'll feed into all of these chests. Once you have this set up, hopefully you guys are prepared and your thing actually has materials in it, because mine does not. And I see why now. So what we're going to do, we're going to set this thing up to, excuse me. Let me make Inferium blocks, please and thank you. Why isn't this? There we go. Okay, so get this set up to just start making these. They're going to feed into this. All right, you see them collecting in here. Okay, so now that we have some material in here, this is what you have to do with the import cables. You have to right click on the cable. Don't know what this does. Don't mess with it. None of this stuff really matters. For this build, at least, you're going to hit import filter. Whatever's in the chest is automatically going to be brought into this section. Now, as far as I know, anything in this section should auto feed into the storage network matrix now. So you see, we've got all these blocks here. They're slowly going down. It's because they are feeding into this guy, right? So if we look, let's see which chests they're in, because I have, actually, there's an easier way to do this. Hit that, open this, look at that. We're filling up. So it's at 72 right now. If I close it, open it again, 84. So this is now auto feeding everything into our storage matrix. And that's pretty much the build. It's that simple. It's not very complicated, not super expensive either, but it is very useful. Like I said, you don't need to use this advanced storage remote. I'll go show you all the storage remotes. Since this is for your base, you technically don't even need to go past this remote. This is the basic storage remote. It only activates within a 64 distance, but if this is right next to your base, you'll always be within that 64 block distance whenever you're pulling ores and stuff out of it. So yeah, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If this tutorial was useful for you, please consider dropping a like and subscribing to the channel. I'm gonna have a bunch more tutorials coming out for you guys, including hopefully a beginner's guide coming soon, so please stay tuned for that. And if you ever want to see any live content of me playing MC Eternal or any of the other games that I play, be sure to check me out at DracoTight, or I'm sorry, check me out at twitch.tv/DracoTight. We're live every Saturday and Sunday, and I do random mini streams throughout the week when I get off work. So stay tuned for that. I hope to see you guys all there, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I'll see you all next time.